Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Catherine and I make videos about data science, analytics, and programming. So data science has been a buzzword in the tech world for the past decade, and this trend only seems to continue to grow. In my last video, I talked about what data science is and the responsibilities of a data scientist. If you haven't watched it, I will leave it linked down below. Feel free to check it out after you watch this one. So along the same lines, nowadays seems like everyone is busy jumping on the hype train of data science. But is this the field that you would genuinely enjoy working in? So for today's video, let me show you 7 signs that can help you decide whether data science is a good career choice for you. Number 1, you enjoy working with numbers and you are comfortable with uncertainty. Now, here, what I mean by working with numbers is not that you have to be a mathematician, but rather you have a passion to answer questions with numbers and analytics. Of course, you need to know basic math like linear algebra and optimization algorithms. And also you need to know statistics like probability theories and hypothesis testing and whatnot. But you don't need to have a PhD degree in these fields. So basically, learning through your day-to-day work would be a better and more sustainable approach. And now, when it comes to uncertainty, as data scientists, most of the questions we deal with will be formed very vague and open-ended. For example, these questions like, do customers value our business? Or how do we make our operations more efficient? So you should be able to navigate through these open-ended questions with a clear thinking. In addition, you should be able to basically translate those complex business problems into analytics with data. With this in mind, now these questions become how we define these problems through data and metrics. And this brings up the next sign that data science may be for you. So number 2, you appreciate practical business thinking and problem solving because data scientists usually are also experts in a business domain, not just in the technical algorithms. As we all know, technology or fancy algorithms by themselves can't really take us anywhere. So what's more important is the business context that we are applying these algorithms to. Data scientists make the most impact when they combine technical research science together with a business mentality. So this means that they need to mix deep domain knowledge with the right statistical and engineering tools. The goal really is to make better decisions and also to come up with some useful data products. So if you love using fancy techniques and at the same time you don't underinvest in learning about domain knowledge, then data science may be a good career path for you. Next up, sign number 3, and probably one of the most important ones, is that you love coding and programming. As a data scientist, a big part of your daily work is coding. And when it comes to tools and languages for data science, you have Python and R as the most commonly used two. As for the platforms or frameworks, you have TensorFlow, you have Hadoop, and the list goes on and on. So now, do you really need to know all of these tools? And the answer is no, you don't. All you need to do is to get comfortable with basic coding languages like Python, R, and SQL. You have to keep in mind that coding is a fairly introverted activity. So basically, you are sitting in front of your computer and type for hours. So for some people, like myself, this is quite relaxing. However, for others, this can be boring. So if you can imagine yourself genuinely enjoying coding for hours, and that's another check mark on your list. Sign number 4 is that you like working with cross-functional teams within your organization. In order to solve a business problem, data scientists spend a large portion of their time and energy with non-data stakeholders. They can be operations managers, product teams, or customer service teams who have a completely different mindset from us. So if having back and forth discussions with less tech-savvy people to brainstorm analytics ideas is your cup of tea, then most probably you will enjoy your data science career. A fun fact from my own experience, I think that the optimal personality for data science is outgoing introvert, where you are self-motivated and introspective, but meanwhile, you don't feel awkward in social situations with your stakeholders. Sign number 5. You're determined to get answers, even if that means you will have to experiment with many new things. So after you've collected large volumes of data, had back and forth conversations with your cross-functional teams, so what would you do if you find one more piece of data that might change the entire outcome? So do you choose to ignore it, or do you go back to your drawing board? Successful data scientists are willing and also ready to go back and forth through the same process over and over again until they get the answers. Inevitably, this means that they have to redo all the work if necessary. Sometimes the more data scientists experiment with different methodologies, the more they realize that they don't know. This partially contributes to the imposter syndrome, which is quite commonly experienced by data scientists. So I will make a video dedicated to imposter syndrome in data science and how to overcome it, so stay tuned for that. Now, with analytics projects, there's a chance that you will uncover more data and make changes, being big or small. If you have the fortitude to go back and forth as many times as it takes to get an answer, you may be a data scientist deep down. And then here comes number 6. You're able to quantify and communicate your analysis findings in a simple and meaningful way. Now, imagine that after your great analytics projects, you are ready to present what you have to the executives. So the goal of this kind of exercise is not to show people how smart you are or how complicated your algorithms are, but instead, we must have an empathetic mindset, meaning based on your audience, you will probably need to simplify things just for the sake of understanding. So you won't say, oh, I used cross-entropy to train a model, and also you won't add any uninterpretable charts. So if this doesn't bother you, then that's another good sign. Last but certainly not least, sign number 7, you are willing to learn continuously. In other words, you have a growing mentality. So we all know that new technology and algorithms are coming out consistently. So data science is an ever-developing field. You should be willing to keep up with the latest trends and development by reading published papers and articles. And you can also follow my channel where we will discuss all these topics. And then another learning piece goes to business knowledge. As a data scientist, you can easily find yourself at an IT startup or at an insurance company, at a trading company, or whatnot. You really need to learn about that particular industry, and every time you change your domain, you have to pick up new domain knowledge as well. This means that continuous learning perhaps is the most critical thing you need for a successful data science career path. There you have it, 7 signs that data science may be a good career choice for you. I hope that you find this video useful. Please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more data science videos. So until next time, bye folks.